And what makes this even more serious is the fact that a sitting president has direct influence over what the DOJ does and does not release. That is a conflict of interest so enormous it doesn't need any further embellishment. The man most mentioned in the files is the man with the most power over the files. And you don't need imagination to see why Congress is done leaving this to executive discretion, therefore. The Oversight Committee's messy release hints at another problem: redactions. Courier Newsroom noted that many documents were heavily blacked out, sometimes to the point of losing context. The DOJ controls redaction policy on unclassified records. They decide what falls under victim protection, what falls under ongoing investigation, and what falls under discretionary privacy shielding. I'm not questioning the legitimacy of protecting victims. That is non-negotiable. But you can see how a government could hide far more than victim details behind a blanket of redaction, can't you? Because once you wrap it in the language of protection, Oversight has to fight uphill to reclaim transparency. And that's why the discharge petition matters so much. It forces the DOJ into statutory release, and statutory release reduces discretionary silence. In plain terms, it takes control out of the hands of the one person who stands to lose the most from full disclosure. So this brings me to the question that probably matters most, because it gets to the whole heart of the contradiction. Why did Epstein keep tracking Trump long after this supposed falling out? Reports show years of attention, counting travel, logging events, monitoring fundraisers, collecting articles. It's not what you do when a man has no influence on your world anymore, is it? That's what you do when someone still matters to your ecosystem. And again, this doesn't prove any wrongdoing. It simply proves proximity. Epstein tracked people when he believed they were useful, threatening, or positioned in ways that touched his interests.